Okay, so this is more or less everything that I've bought this year, minus some clothes that are in the wash and some stuff that I finished. You're gonna be hearing baby chicks in the background. They're trying to escape, and they should be asleep right now. Okay, so last year I actually did this every month. This year I decided to do a quarter, and then I kept pushing it off, and it became a whole half a year later. I feel like this is a lot of stuff, but it was still less than last year. So some improvement. I feel okay about my purchases. Pretty much the only thing that was officially on my low buy was makeup and skincare. And basically I was trying to finish a product before buying a thing, and I've been following that really well. Project Pan has been helping with that. Another unofficial low buy thing was clothes because I have a lot, but I have purchased a few things here and there. But overall, I'm okay with it. I also got a job this year too, which I'll talk about later. And then food, presents, and Sam's Club stuff is not included. Sam's Club because my husband tends to pay for that, and so we mostly buy food, but we also buy shampoo, conditioner, like toothpaste, that type of stuff. So there's still some of that stuff in here, but not that much. And then I also don't include medication. So for January, I spent $182.44. In February, I spent $98.48. In March, I spent $230.55. In April, I spent $311.23. In May, I spent $377.70. And in June, I spent $66.39. So the total was $1,229.42. And the stuff in yellow, my husband technically bought me. So that was $179.75, but I still put them on here because technically I picked them out. I was at the store with him, blah, blah, blah. As for the green stuff, that's FSA money. So technically it's an insurance hybrid. Is he outside? No, okay. Anyway, so that was $197.67 versus last year, the 6-month total was $2,144. So down by $1,000. That's pretty good. I feel like I just had less of a desire to buy things, but I feel like this still ended up being a big pile, so meh. And I also did the math category by category. So for beauty, I spent $634.38. Without the IPL, it was $308.20, and with makeup only, it was $93.45. And for cat stuff, not including food again, was $29.60. For chronic pain, it was $177. For fashion, it was $197. For hobbies, it was $986. Household, it was $141.94. School was $540, and then with work was $91. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the actual products. If you're on a low buy, maybe don't watch this part. I'm just gonna do like lightweight reviews. I'm not gonna link stuff. I've already explained why in another video, which I shall link. In January, I bought a batch of makeup things. So I bought a primer for pores, and it didn't quite work out. So I was like, maybe a powder would work out. And I got this e.l.f. translucent powder, along with the little puff guy that's advertised with it. It's also from e.l.f. You can kind of see the rings, so I have been using it here and there. With the puff, you get a white cast. So I've been using it with a brush now. It seems to be better. I don't use it every day. I don't know that it does that much for pore visibility, and my face probably gets oily pretty soon after wearing this. I feel like I would be too lazy to reapply this out in public. Sometimes I do if I'm at home. Anyway, overall, I feel meh about this. I kind of regret this. I might consider buying a loose powder to try out, and maybe this would be better for that. But so far, meh. The other thing I bought was this eye primer, which is very bad, at least for me. I heard about this through someone that has very pretty eyeshadow looks, and I feel like I just get texture when I wear this. I felt like I had solved that issue with one of the brushes that I bought, but I don't know. I've only had one other eye primer in the past, and I got rid of the other one because it smelled bad. So it had been years since I had an eye primer, but I think I'll probably end up getting rid of this by the end of the year. These items were from Target. These were from Laura Lee. she had a 70% sale because her business was closing, and I had been on the market for brushes because mine were falling apart and were kind of like pokey. I ended up not liking these because they don't really pick up that much product, and some of the hairs kind of pop out a little bit, and then this is a me problem. I have to be super close to the mirror, and like some of the brushes are like way too long, so I would like bump into the mirror. And this one already cracked. Which one is it? This one already cracked here, which is, you know, why I wanted to replace the other guys anyway. And I feel like at first they were pretty soft, now they're a little bit pokey, which, you know, I guess that's just how it is. This is the one that sucks the most because it doesn't pick up like anything. I'm pretty sure this brush is meant for eyeshadow, but it's like super big. Anyway, I've been using this for the powder. Lately, I was using this one, which this one was actually good. And then this one was okay. Like, I feel like my e.l.f. one picked up more stuff. This one I liked because I could use it with the primer, but now I think I'm gonna get rid of the primer. And then this one I don't really use because it's pretty tiny, and I don't know, maybe I'll try using the inner corner thing, but usually I just use my finger for the inner corner highlight, and I don't do it super often anyway. For the makeup portion, I did follow the one in, one out. For the brushes, I kind of cut myself some slack, so I feel like I lightweight cheated. But because I was so disappointed with these makeup products, it made me not want to buy any more shit. Like, I feel like I only bought maybe like 2 or 3 other makeup products for the rest of the year. I mean, it's June, but you get what I mean. Forgot about this detergent, but it's gone now. The other thing that I got was a spray bottle. Originally, it was supposed to be for a hair product that I had, but it just sprays too much. Maybe if you have curly hair, it would be useful. My husband has a black one of these, and he uses it every morning. But yeah, so now I use it for my plants, and also now that it's really hot, sometimes I carry it in my purse backpack, and I just like literally spray myself. I went to this carnival, like this little local carnival with like little Ferris wheel and like blah blah blah, and it was very hot, and this came in handy. And then I got this Tree Hut Pink Hibiscus Moisturizing Shave Oil. I'm almost done with it. It's like down to here. I really like the scent. I had the Moroccan Rose before this one. I feel like the oil formula was better than the gel to oil, but I still ended up buying this last month again. I've definitely converted to using a shave oil. I had a cream before, and before then I had a foam, and before I would just use body wash. I don't know who the fuck started saying that conditioner is good for shaving. It's not. I remember hearing about that when I was a teenager, and it just clogs up the shaver. So if anything, if you don't want to spend money on like shave oil or whatever, just use body wash. I don't know why people use conditioner, but anyway, I've heard that tip resurfaced recently, so I'm like, why are you guys doing that? Anyway, okay. And then this CeraVe moisturizer, I was using it, and then I felt like it was breaking me out, so I stopped using it. But now I'm using it again. So I'm just avoiding my forehead area because that's where I thought it was breaking me out. So I've been using this on the rest of my face, and it's been okay. I'm still not gonna try it on my forehead though. I got this because it's supposed to be a gel moisturizer, but to be honest, it's more gel-like than an actual gel. So I feel like I was tricked. See what I mean? I feel like a gel is like aloe vera. This is gel-like, but anyway, whatever. The other skincare product that I got was this kojic acid. It has a bunch of other stuff, but it's meant for hyperpigmentation. I feel like other stuff was breaking me out a lot, so that's why I ended up buying this, but lately I've been okay-ish. I do have a pimple right here. My glasses are hiding it. And then I do have some scarring here, so I've been wearing it there a little bit. Anyway, I don't know that it really helps. I've been kind of scared to use it on my face because it has like 2 other acids. So, yeah. Cupcake decorator, I've only used it once. I used it for a cat video where I made a little cupcake thing for my cat. And I say cat because the other cat did not like it. But anyway, it was kind of a dumb purchase. I should try to bake more to use it more though. And then I bought a toilet brush because I tried those Clorox one-use things and they sucked. So I went back to a toilet brush, and I almost was gonna throw it out like after a few months because it got mold, but I just put bleach on it and it was fine. But anyway, still using it, it's good. And then I got a large cat bed, which I guess you can see, it's right there. Oh, I can't point right there. They loved it and now they don't. Sometimes one of my cats still hangs out there, but not anymore. This used to be either just on the floor or the couch, but I moved it down there. Anyway, I bought it because I had gotten one for the stray cat outside, and so they wanted it, so I got them one, but now they don't use it, and even the stray cat does only use his now, so yeah. And then I got some bed sheets, which are either on the bed or in the wash. I like them. I think we have right now like 3 bed sheets. Originally, I think it was supposed to be for the green thin mattress mat that we have here in the living room, but like it would kind of bunch up, and for some reason one of my cats thought that was kitty litter because it bunched up. I don't know, but anyway, so now it's just a bed sheet for our bed, and right now we have 3 bed sheets. One of them is stained with a chronic pain lotion. I think the stain is mostly gone, so anyway, it has been helpful when the stain happened, so yeah. Okay, so that was January. February, I went to Dollar Tree and got some vacuum storage bags. I bought 3 of them. One of them I gave away, so I only counted 2 of them. I've used one. I think I broke it. Basically, you put clothes in here and then you squish it down. But this clip, yeah, I think it's fine. Oh yeah, it has like this little clip that you go like this. Oh, I guess I didn't break it. I think it's just basically you do this and that was just supposed to help you squeeze it out. I don't know. I used it once. Apparently, if you put your clothes in the freezer, it kills bacteria. It can be less smelly. It didn't really work for me though. So that's how I used one of those. I got 2 calendars. One of them was an academic calendar. Basically, it had one calendar side and one assignment stuff. I ended up not really using the assignment side. I should have, but because I had another planner for day-to-day stuff, I didn't use it. But anyway, this was pretty nice. It kept my exams and stuff in order. I don't know, like for work, I kind of like the Outlook calendar, but for like school stuff, I just prefer a paper one, you know? And I don't know. I also got a calendar for my fridge. I barely used it. I did fill out some stuff. I basically would fill out this and that. I think in the future, I'm just not gonna buy a calendar for the fridge anymore. I guess the way that I used it before was for doctor appointments, but I don't have that many anymore, so yeah. Other Dollar Tree thing was this folder. It has like a little pocket, but it has, you know, addresses and stuff. So anyway, we use that for our health stuff, which I think that actually ended up being flimsy too. I think the little thing fell out. And then I got a Sharpie that apparently I still haven't opened. I guess I tend to go for the thicker Sharpies. I probably bought this with the idea that I would go back to fashion class, but I didn't. Long story short, the last day of class, the professor was kind of rude to me, and so it made me not want to take her next class. But anyway, I think I will actually use this as project pan though, because that way you can get a more precise line. Or I can get a more precise line. And then I got these tissues, which I carry in my purse because, you know, sometimes you need a napkin, sometimes you need toilet paper, sometimes you have a runny nose. I think I might actually try to DIY a vessel for tissues so I don't have to keep buying these. These are a little bit rough. They're not super soft, but yeah, useful. The last 2 things I bought from Dollar Tree are gone. So I got a VO5 shampoo that I actually now kind of miss. Like it was pretty drying, but my bangs have been so greasy like midday. It's kind of annoying. And I wash my hair every day, more or less. You know, sometimes I do skip showers, but I don't know, like midday, I feel like right now my bangs are hella greasy and I hate it. So I might actually go back and rebuy it. The smell was really good. I really like the scent. But yeah, it was pretty drying, so it made your hair frizzier and all this stuff, but I might consider buying it again. And The body wash, it was called something silk. The scent was soft and good, and you know, it did its job. It was too liquidy though, like it would just kind of fall off the glove. I would be curious to try the Native Dupe Dollar Tree body wash, but you know, maybe in the future. Okay, 2 other things I finished were from Walmart. So I got a Panoxyl cleanser 4%. I've repurchased that many times. It helps with acne control. It's not foaming, so that kind of sucks, but I still end up repurchasing it. The 10% is really fucking strong, so the 4% is nice. And then I finished an Aquaphor, which lightweight exploded after a week, like the top kind of just opened. But yeah, I use it as a lip mask and for my hands and feet. My feet used to be super cracked, but with the Aquaphor, it's helped a lot. I don't do it every day. I sometimes end up skipping days, but yeah, my feet look a lot better than I did before. And you know, for the lips, it's really nice. I've tried Laneige, I've tried Glossier, and Aquaphor is just better. I don't know. And the only makeup product that I bought that month was this CoverGirl foundation. It's the Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. Bro, I'm so disappointed in this. Like, this was on my wishlist for a year, and then I got it and I was so disappointed. Like, it has these like little beads, right? I don't know, it has these little beads, but like when you blend it, it never like completely blends out if you put too much. So I literally do 2 tiny ass pumps, like 2 of these, 1 on each cheek, and that's been okay. I guess I can show you here on my hand. Oop, see, that was way too fucking much. That was like a full pump, right? Okay, let me show you. How is it blending better on my hand than on my face? Okay, there we go. It just doesn't like really completely blend in. Somehow it actually looks better on my hand than on my face. Anyway, I've found a way to make it work, you know, the 2 tiny dots. But I'm still disappointed. And I actually do like the cooling feeling of it. But yeah, if you put too much, it's just kind of a mess. Kind of used to a light coverage foundation, so I am okay with putting a tiny ass amount. I feel like I'm just kind of tricking myself, but I mean, I guess I have been using it because it was at this line like 2-3 months ago. So, you know, we'll see. And then I got this Japanese airwax. That's the name. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. Anyway, it looks already hella gross. But anyway, basically it's supposed to help with frizz. And I always have like flyaways, and I thought this would be the solution. It was not. Like, yeah, maybe it flattens a tiny amount. It does help for like 2 seconds, and then it like comes up again. And maybe I'll get rid of it, but I guess I still have been using it. If I, for example, do my hair like this, I like smooth it out a little bit. I feel like it does feel like a tiny amount greasy, so I wouldn't put it here for sure. If anything, maybe I should just steal my husband's mousse if I want to do that. I don't know, I've never liked the slick back look on me. I think I look ugly with it, so I just probably wouldn't use it that way. Either way, it wouldn't really help that much. But anyway, that was kind of a bad purchase. I was influenced by a YouTuber that went to Japan, so yeah. And then I got these shoe insoles. So I've had these Reebok shoes for like 3 years or so, and they're pretty expensive, and because my feet like go in, I don't know, the shoes were super worn down, so I thought that maybe using these would kind of save my shoes. They didn't. It was kind of soft, but I feel like it just kind of pushes your foot more, so then the shoe ends up not fitting right. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, I still kept these. My other shoes, I don't know if I should toss the shoes or put them for donation. Right now they're in a donation box, but I'm like, maybe I shouldn't because they're kind of worn out. And like the outside looks fine, like a little dirty, but it's the inside that's worn out. The other thing I got was this curling wand. I don't know, this is one of those purchases that I'm like, oh, I want to be like all the other girls. Okay, that kind of sounds like the Mulan song, but anyway, so for church choir, the ladies that I choir with, I don't know how to explain it, always have their hair super done up and very beautiful. And so I was like, okay, maybe I should try curling my hair again. And I pretty much only used it like 3 times because I end up focusing on my makeup, and then by the time that it's time to leave, I'm like too lazy to deal with this, even though my makeup only takes me like about 20 minutes. But anyway, I recently did curl my hair. I pretty much just do one layer, like just boom boom boom, like 5 and 5 ish, and it looks nice. But then my hair is still frizzy, so I'm like meh about it. My husband has curly hair, so I always feel like a fraud curling my hair, but the way that I did it, where it's just one over, doesn't make me feel like such a fraud. But anyway, it wasn't very expensive. It was like 15 bucks, and I mean, it's good. A dumb purchase, but more so because my cats don't like it. Where is it? Oh, there. Okay, so Fatima, the cat you saw at the beginning of the video, has a very stinky breath, and so I got this toothpaste from a cat YouTuber, and I can't brush his teeth, okay? He kind of just moves around and doesn't want it. I don't, like, this is how much we've used so far, and it's like June. We've used it on both cats. They don't seem to like it. I think I should at least try to do it once a month. But anyway, yeah. Then for school, I got this clipboard. This is from a thrift store, but technically it was new because they have like a new section of school supplies. This is pretty scratched up already. Hadn't really realized that. But anyway, I got this for my surveying class because, I don't know, just to carry the instructions on the clipboard instead of the paper flopping out. I might actually take this to work too. So that was a good purchase. And then I got a red sweater from the thrift store. I originally was looking for like an oversized big sweater, but this sweater is more like a shirt. I don't know. I hadn't really worn it. It wasn't warm enough for the winter, but the office is so fucking cold that I wore it one day and it was actually really nice. It's like very soft. I really like the feeling of it, but it's just a little bit small for it to be like a real sweater to me. I still wear a shirt underneath, but anyway, yeah. Also, I got a compliment from a coworker and now I feel subconscious about wearing it again. Is that weird? Anyway, so yeah, so that's in the wash. Okay, so now we're on to March. Okay, so in March, I got this keychain. This is super adorable. I had it on my purse. It was way too gigantic for my purse, but because I was given a backpack for work, I put it on there and I really like how it looks because now the ratio isn't as bad. Okay, so I had heard about the Labubu whatever thing and like I had seen it and I was like, oh, that's cute. And I looked it up and it was 20 bucks on Amazon. And then some people in the comments were like, oh, this is a fake. They're usually 30 bucks. So anyway, so I never ended up buying one of those. And then now, so this was like maybe 6 months ago. I don't know. But anyway, so now apparently Labubu is like a huge thing, which kind of ruins it, I guess, because Labubus are now like Ugg boots and are now like the, I don't know, like the overhyped stuff that, or the Stanley Cups. Now I kind of don't want to buy a Labubu. I don't know why, but I have a feeling my friend might get one for me for my birthday, which in that case, I will gladly accept it. They are pretty cute. But I think because it's overhyped, I'm like meh about it. I guess I have a Labubu adjacent keychain in a way, which I am okay with. This does kind of like the fur kind of comes off of this. So it kind of sucks, but it's still pretty cute. They had a bunch of other ones that were smaller size, but I just really love this color. I would consider buying a little one for my purse, but I think for now I'm not. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Going back to the Labubu thing, like, so I definitely have a collector's heart. I have a lot of makeup, a lot of nail polish. I have little cat figurines, but the Labubu thing, I guess, doesn't make total sense to me. Cause like, how many purses can you have with the keychains, you know? But anyway, whatever. I guess I shouldn't talk shit. Like, why do I have a bunch of nail polish, right? So these rings, technically my husband bought for me from a souvenir shop we went to. I think it was between 20 and 25. I don't quite remember. I pretty much have mostly just been wearing this one on and off. And then this one I was trying to wear. It's one of those like mood rings ones, but I get green fingers with this one. So, and then these are already starting to kind of, like the fake silver starting to come off, so that kind of sucks, but anyway, it's fine. And then I got a mouse trackpad for work. So I have chronic pain in my hands and I was very fucking nervous to go back to work. Technically it's only part-time. It definitely did help with chronic pain, but now I'm actually using a different mouse. So this is kind of just in my bag, but I don't really use it. I also got a laundry basket that it's currently in use. It's been pretty helpful to have an extra basket for laundry. And I got this window cleaner also from Dollar Tree. I really like this. Windex is probably like $5-10. This is fine. I pretty much just use it on the bathroom mirror. Windows and the other mirrors get neglected. So anyway, yeah. And then the other Dollar Tree thing were these rollers, which I think it was a pack of 4. And I really like them. Like, this is probably top 3 purchases of this year. And then I got 2 chargers. Apple sucks. Apparently within a week of using this, it didn't want this charger either because it's not Apple or whatever. Anyway, I got this from Ross. The other black charger actually is still working now. I'm gonna try to ask and see if it'll work on my brother's phone. If not, I guess I'm gonna have to toss this. Anyway, here's the one that actually works. It's much smaller, but it's fine. And then I got 2 pairs of shoes. Technically, my husband got these for me when we went to Skechers. Yeah, so I gave in. I was like, you know what? These Reebok guys are pretty uncomfortable now. So I need new shoes. And I opted for Skechers because they have, what the heck? Because they have memory foam at the bottom. And these were full price. They were like $70. And then these were on sale in like the sale area. I think these were like 30. I had seen these in the past and I kind of regretted not getting them, but because they had similar shoes to these, I didn't get them. But yeah, I retired the Reebok shoes and some other black boot heels because, you know, same problem. The memory foam is really nice, but honestly, if I end up walking a lot, my feet hurt. It just kind of is what it is. Then the other thing that I got was a black sweater. It was not the one on the table, it was another one. And this one was thicker. It's in the wash, but I guess I can't really wear it because it attracts a lot of cat fur. Okay, in April, I bought a bunch of stuff, mostly FAC stuff. So I got this bento box for work. I thought this would help with keeping my food hot or cold, and it doesn't. I tend to take lunch so that I don't have to heat up because the break room, because there's no break room, like there's just like a tiny little cave where there's a microwave and stuff, and I don't know, I get kind of embarrassed warming stuff up. I don't know why. Anyway, I have warmed up stuff like 2-3 times. But anyway, I've just been taking the other containers that I already had, so kind of a dumb purchase. But you know, it had good intentions. Another bad product was this eyebrow cream. It's not a cream, but basically you put it on your eyebrows, boom, and then you peel them off, and you're supposed to have a tint for a week, but you don't. It comes off after you wash your face. Maybe I would use this before swimming. Like, I feel like it probably would stay on, but the cleanser is just gonna make this come off. So yeah, didn't like this. And then also when you peel it off, you kind of get some of the eyebrow hairs out when you peel it. And then I ended up repurchasing an Aquaphor, but this time in this really big tube. So this was definitely more cost effective than the other one that was maybe like this size. And I also got 2 of these roller guys. The other ones I'm used to, so I liked those. This Senda mouse is really nice. Seenda. I've tried a bunch of different fucking mice, even a $300 one that was like a weird bar thing. But yeah, this has been really nice with chronic pain on my hands. Does it completely solve my issue? No, it fucking doesn't. I still have to remember to, you know, push my shoulders back and blah, blah, blah. But this has been pretty nice compared to regular mice. I kind of wish they had a left mouse because sometimes when my right hand hurts, it would be kind of nice to be able to, you know, use my left hand. So yeah, if you're left-handed, sorry. And they have a bunch of cute colors, but okay, so yeah, so overall, top 3 purchases for sure. I also got a pack of travel bottles. I think there was 3 or 4. I'm using one of them that I forgot at my sister's, I guess. But anyway, I got these silicone ones because we did have other bottles, but they're just kind of hard to squeeze, and these are just better, I guess. And then I got the CeraVe cleanser with 4% benzoyl peroxide. This was fucking terrible. So as I've said, I've bought Panoxyl so many times and I didn't like that it didn't foam. So I got this one because the review said that it did foam. It does foam, but like, yeah. So after like the first couple days, it was okay. But then like my lids were on fire. Like I got a rash on my lids and like right here. And for a second, I thought it was an eyeshadow because I had used an eyeshadow right here, but no, it wasn't. It was this. So yeah, this is like very drying and it was pretty terrible. Like my eyes kind of looked a little bit swelled up. I put aloe vera on them and like within a few hours it was better. So anyway, this is mostly gone though because I've been using it as a body wash. But I will go back to Panoxyl because yeah, no. Okay, and then for FSA money, it's part of insurance but not really. So you put in money from your paycheck into that account and you can use that money to buy medical stuff. Technically it's still your money, but it kind of helps you with taxes stuff. They just kind of remove less taxes doing it that way. Anyway, my husband switched jobs, so we needed to use up the FSA stuff and I bought a bunch of shit. So I got two different types of patches. I got the Panoxyl ones and I got these Starface ones. I've used these, but I have not cracked open into these. And I have these leftovers still from a previous purchase. So anyway, I bought a bunch of medicine, which I did not include as part of this. And like I said, this part is highlighted in green. And I bought a bunch of shit for chronic pain. An icy hot roller. I really like this for my neck and shoulder blade. I have one in my purse, but it's running low, so I got another one of these. I've tried the cream that comes with lidocaine. That's pretty good. It's a little bit lighter. The spray one sucks. I'm still trying to get through it, but it doesn't really deposit much. So definitely prefer the roller. And then the cream, I haven't used the cream in like years, and at that point I didn't really have stuff going on anyway. But yeah, so the roll-on guy, I like it. It's really good. And I got two things of PT tape. So I've tried other brands. This is the one that I like. It's the Kinesio Tex Gold. Talk to your PT. Look up YouTube videos. I mainly use this for my wrists, so my pain used to be everywhere, but now it's mostly like right here. So I put a piece of tape like this. That was recommended by either a chiropractor or physical therapist. I can't remember who did it. Apparently I already had a black one. Again, was trying to finish the FSA stuff. But anyway, I got this blue one because I was like, oh, cute. It's a blue one. But this one doesn't stick very well. I think maybe it's just supposed to be a lighter. There was one time that I got pretty bad bumps. I don't know if I put it too tight or maybe I had it on for too long. Thankfully my wrists have been okay lately, so that's cool. You're supposed to round it out. Point is, you wear them as a bracelet. Some people say it's placebo, maybe it is, but yeah, I also have had them like on my neck, but I can't really reach my neck, and to be honest, I'd rather it be free so that I can slather on icy hot on it. So although icy hot does kind of burn your skin sometimes, so I guess watch out for that too. And then I got two heating pads, which this one I haven't opened. Okay, so this is the brand. I have a blue one in these that I had bought a couple years ago and it was getting kind of gross, so I got another one. I should really try to make a cover for this, but I think I'm gonna end up just like trying to clean off the other one. It does not have a cover, unfortunately. So yeah, so right now I have 3 open heating pads. So the old blue one, this one, and another little one that I got from Walmart, but the cover is removable, but the actual cover is kind of, it just looks gross and tattered, so I need to make a new one. So anyway, so that little one I've been taking to work. I think I'm actually gonna leave the blue one at my sister's house because I have sleepovers like Thursday through Friday sometimes. So yeah, and then I have this extra heating pad that I'm like, maybe I should just give it away. Maybe I should actually give this to my father-in-law for his niece. I don't know. I think I overdid it with the heating pads, y'all. And then I got a bunch of ice packs, which they've been sitting here for a while, and now they're like sweating. Anyway. So I got a pack of 2 of these, and I really like these. I mostly use these for my neck and shoulder blade. So I just put it on the pillow and just lay on it, and it's like pretty squishy. You're supposed to be able to use a Velcro here and like tie it to you if you want that. I think I've only done it like that once. But yeah, this is the brand Flexi. It was 40 bucks, so it was kind of expensive, but I guess technically it's $20 each. And then I got these everlasting ice packs, which I think it came in 3 or 4. This one actually came with this, so you can like wrap it around stuff, but I don't think it's that flexible when you first take it out of the freezer though, compared to the other guys. I also have been using this when I use the IPL thing, which I'll talk about that soon. That's all I bought in April. I feel like if it wasn't for the FSA money, I probably wouldn't have bought most of these things, so yeah. Okay, so for May, I've been having body odor issues, so I got this Certain Dry deodorant. The comments on Amazon said to only use it once a week, so I feel like some weeks I end up putting more. Like last week, I kind of lost count, and I think I overdid it because my armpits were kind of burning a little bit. I think what has helped me so far is just using my regular deodorant at night and in the morning, because apparently you are supposed to use it at night, but I used to wear it in the mornings. So anyway, so I've been doing that. So, you know, maybe I didn't actually need this. So the other thing I got was this makeup bag. This has been on my wishes for 20,000 years. And then I was gonna buy it, but then they were out of stock of the color I wanted. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Cal something. I think the Cal something is like 50 bucks. This is like this is like 25 bucks. But anyway, so it has 4 pockets. So it has like 2 big ones and then 2 little ones up here. This zipper is pretty nice, but the inside zippers are kind of flimsy. Since I've been going to my sister's a lot, I pretty much have it separated as we'll use and maybe we'll use. And I have been using the little ones. I didn't even take makeup this last weekend, so, or this last Thursday, Friday, whatever. And then, oh yeah, and then I put these cuter bags out at the front so that it will look cute. I don't know. Hella extra. So this is the month that I spent the most amount of money because I got this IPL device. So I got it in May. It's been like a month and a half-ish, I don't know. Basically, it's a laser that's supposed to help with hair growth. My hair's still growing. It's only been a month and a half. I don't know that it's slowed it down. Sometimes I feel like maybe it has. But yeah, I've only been using it on my legs so far. The hair on my thighs doesn't grow that fast. But the hair on my calves, like if I shave one day, the next day I already have stubble. Is that what it's called? There are mixed reviews. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. YouTubers swear by this, but at the same time I don't fully trust them. But people on Reddit said that it works, so I don't know. I'm hoping that it does because this is pretty expensive. This is the brand that I kept hearing about on Reddit. It's called Braun. So yeah. And then I got a squeegee for my car. In the mornings when there's water on the windshield, I will use it. From the thrift store, I got kind of dumb things. So I got this piano because I want to use this for a song. It was originally $4.29, but I got it for half off, so it was like $2 something. And it's all messed up. This is pretty messed up, that's messed up, but anyway. Yeah. I also got this mask for a music video, but right now it's just a home decor piece now, I guess. The band is actually kind of way too stretchy now, but anyway. So yeah, will I actually make the music video? I don't know. I also would not be able to sing with this because my voice sounds weird. This would just be for show, you know? And I bought 2 items of clothing from the thrift store. So I got a Spirited Away t-shirt, which I feel like I should not be allowed to buy any more t-shirts, especially because I'm trying to be more profesh. Like at work, I've been trying to at least wear a blouse and jeans. So I'll still wear the jeans, but you know, at least not wear like graphic t-shirts. Yeah, which it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm an executive, I'm just an intern, you know, but anyway, yeah. And then I got some shorts because I pretty much just had mostly PJ shorts and I wanted going out shorts. I've worn them like 2-3 times already. I really like them. They're kind of short, my ass doesn't hang out, so it's fine. Then from Dollar Tree I got these cotton rounds, which I have been using. I feel kind of bad that I'm using the one-time use ones, but I don't use micellar water that often. And after taking the sterile processing class, I feel like I don't want my cotton round to be wet in the cup because I'm like, oh my gosh, bacteria. Then I got a pack of 2 hand sanitizers because I lost my other one. Apparently it was at my parents' house. So I found it like a month after I bought this, but it's cool. And the last thing I bought from Dollar Tree that month was another planner. So this one's pretty cool because, let me cover up someone's name. Anyway, this is pretty cool because you can write in the dates yourself. So if one month you decide not to use it, it's whatever. And then as for the week ones, I've just been using it for appointments. I have another planner where I write to-do lists. And final month, I don't foresee myself buying anything else. So smelliness shenanigans, y'all. I got these Tide Pods that are sport. Usually we buy, I don't know, my mom has always bought Gain, and so now I switched to Tide. I think she uses powder, so maybe I should switch to powder, but anyway, have been using Gain liquid mostly, and I went with this one because I was getting tired. I tried the freezer thing, I tried spraying my clothes with alcohol, I tried the vinegar thing, and yeah, so I got this. I think it has solved the issue. So now with doing the deodorant at night and morning and this, I think it's better, but we shall see. And then I also got this antibacterial fabric spray that sanitizes and freshens fabric and kills 99.9 bacteria. So yeah, I've been doing this too. So I spray the armpit area before I wash stuff, and then I spray it again after I wash stuff because I'm tired of this shit. And then I repurchased the shave oil because I'm running low on the one that I have right now. I got the same scent, even though the oil gel thing I talked about earlier. And then I got this Derma E glycolic acid cleanser. Kind of embarrassing. I sent this over to my parents' house and my brother was like, why'd you get a wrinkle cleanser? And for some reason I felt embarrassed about it. But anyway, I sent it over to them because I was sending them something else for the stray cat that they take care of, and buying this would ship for free. Anyway, point is that I got this for sebaceous filaments. I think glycolic acid is okay with my skin. Salicylic acid is the one that doesn't work well with me because I've tried the glycolic Mario Badescu, I think. Yeah, I think it was, anyway, it was a while ago. I feel like it just didn't do much. So anyway, I'm trying this one out. So far, I like it. I like the scent. It's pretty mild. It kind of smells like lemon in a way. And it foams up pretty good. So I like it so far. And the last thing that I got was Velcro. I've already used it for 2 projects. And I have other projects, for example, the covers for these guys. Because the hand sanitizer fell out of my bag, I decided to buy the Velcro to put on the side, and the Velcro is really fucking good, but the glue is not. Like, the glue is weaker than the Velcro. So then right now it's okay. I'm trying to leave it open like this so that the glue adheres better. I feel like it would be hard to hand sew this. I don't know. I also used it on that door because it doesn't close all the way. Sometimes my cats even go in there, and I have blankets in there. So that's everything that I bought. Seems like a lot, but it's less than last year. For financial situation, I got an internship and I'm working part-time. Previous months I was adding half of my paycheck towards the principal of the house So that's been really nice. Currently, my husband is unemployed, so I've been paying the mortgage with my paycheck. Even though I did buy a lot of shit, I feel like we're still careful about our money. You know, we still splurge on shit and buy stupid shit, but we don't go overboard. We go out to eat here and there. My husband has a music hobby, and you know, he buys shit, but it's not crazy. I'm still really happy that we're conscious about the stuff that we're buying, and I'm even happier that I've cut my amount of spending in half. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.